Welcome back to Narrations, the channel where we relive unforgettable stories from the most iconic films ever made. If you love revisiting classics, you're in the right place. Today, we're stepping into one of the most chilling and unforgettable experiences in cinema history. A movie that shocked audiences worldwide, redefined horror, and still holds power more than 4 decades later. This is The Exorcist, released in 1973. The story begins quietly, far from the terror to come. In the ancient ruins of Iraq, Father Marin, an elderly Catholic priest and archaeologist, uncovers a small, sinister relic, an amulet depicting the demon Pazuzu. This foreshadowing discovery sets the stage for an unimaginable battle between good and evil. Back in Georgetown, Washington, D.C., the world of actress Chris McNeil seems far removed from anything demonic. Chris is warm, independent, and focused on her career while raising her 12-year-old daughter, Regan. Their relationship is loving, filled with laughter and small joys. But soon, subtle changes creep in, small disturbances in the house, strange scratching sounds in the attic. Chris brushes them off as ordinary problems, unaware of what's truly at play. Regan begins to show troubling behavior. She becomes withdrawn, irritable, and claims her bed shakes at night. At first, Chris assumes stress or loneliness is the cause. Her husband has been absent, and she tries to comfort her daughter. But the symptoms escalate. Regan's body convulses violently, her voice changes, and she lashes out in ways no child should. Medical examinations follow, leading to painful and invasive tests, but doctors find no answers. Their confusion only grows, and Chris feels helpless, watching her little girl slip away into something unrecognizable. One evening, during a party at their home, Regan wanders into the room, stares at one of Chris's guests, and suddenly urinates on the carpet. The shocking moment leaves everyone silent. Chris, horrified, realizes this isn't just adolescent rebellion. Her daughter is in deep crisis. Soon after, the true horror reveals itself. Regan's body twists unnaturally. Her voice takes on guttural, terrifying tones. She shouts obscenities. Her strength becomes superhuman, and her once innocent eyes fill with something evil. In a moment that still chills audiences, she turns her head a full 180 degrees, an impossible, grotesque sight. Desperate, Chris turns to Father Damien Carras, a young Jesuit priest struggling with his own faith. His mother has recently passed away, and guilt weighs heavily on him. He is both a man of science and of religion, torn between psychological explanations and spiritual beliefs. When Chris begs for his help, Carras first suspects Regan is suffering from severe mental illness. But as he witnesses her unnatural strength, her knowledge of hidden details about his life, and the haunting, impossible changes to her body, he begins to accept the unthinkable. Regan is possessed. Father Carras seeks permission for an exorcism, a practice nearly forgotten by the Church in modern times. The request is granted, but only if he is accompanied by someone experienced. Enter Father Marin, the priest from the film's opening. Older, frail in body but strong in faith, Marin arrives with solemn determination. Together, Marin and Carras confront the unimaginable. The exorcism begins in Regan's room, now transformed into a battlefield. The temperature drops to freezing. Objects hurl through the air. The demon mocks them, shifting voices, taunting Carras with his mother's words, and threatening to break their resolve. Regan's face becomes grotesque, her skin mottled and scarred, her eyes burning with malice. Marin, calm and unwavering, commands the demon in the name of Christ. The prayers clash with guttural screams, violent thrashing, and an overwhelming sense of dread. The battle takes its toll. Marin suffers from heart problems, yet he persists, repeating the ancient rites. Carras, shaken and emotionally vulnerable, struggles to maintain his faith. After hours of torment, Carras briefly leaves the room to collect himself. When he returns, he finds Marin collapsed on the floor, lifeless. The older priest has succumbed to his failing health, leaving Carras alone to face the evil. In that final, desperate moment, Carras makes the ultimate sacrifice. He demands the demon take him instead of Regan. The entity seizes the opportunity, flooding into his body. But Karas, with one last act of strength and faith, hurls himself out the window, crashing down a steep flight of stone steps. His selfless choice frees Regan but costs him his life. The film closes quietly. Regan, no longer possessed, has no memory of the horrors she endured. Chris prepares to leave Georgetown, grateful yet scarred. As they depart, a kind priest offers comfort, symbolizing that despite evil's shadow, goodness and faith endure. The Exorcist wasn't just another horror movie. It terrified audiences in 1973 like nothing before. Reports of fainting, vomiting, and people leaving theaters circulated across the country. Its power lies not only in shocking visuals but in its exploration of faith, guilt, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. And that's the story of The Exorcist, a chilling classic that continues to unsettle and inspire. If you enjoy tales that push boundaries and stay with you long after the credits roll, this one is for you. If you like this narration, make sure to watch the film for the full experience. Share it with fellow horror fans, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another story. Until next time, this is Narrations, where movies live again.